The success of the American Revolution, the French Revolution, and the Enlightenment period inspired ideas of liberty, equality, and democracy. This caused people in Latin America to resent the domination of European colonial powers by the 1700s. These ideals spread throughout the island of Saint-Domingue, inciting slaves to revolt against their own oppressors. Toussaint Louverture was born as a slave on Saint-Domingue, a wealthy colony under French control, and eventually was freed by his owner. During this time, the revolts were happening, and Toussaint joined in the revolution. He started off as a doctor to troops, and then gained command of his own men.
He fought the French with an army of 4,000, but eventually pledged his allegiance to France after it abolished slavery. Toussaint was appointed commander-in-chief of Saint-Domingue. As Napoleon rose to power, Toussaint was fearful that Napoleon would enslave the people again, and wrote a letter to the French Directory threatening that he and the citizens would prefer death over being thrown back into chains.
Toussaint then fought against Napoleon and his army when Napoleon launched an invasion of 21,000 French troops.
Tricked into a negotiation meeting, Toussaint was captured by the French soldiers and died a prisoner in a French jail in 1803.
Napoleon walked away from the battle, and Saint-Domingue won against the French a year later, becoming the first colony to declare its independence.
Toussaint Louverture's legacy is that of a military commander. He started his journey as a doctor and rose to power in order to lead the fight against slavery. He demonstrated his capabilities and further rose to prominence through his victories in battle. His military accomplishments include gaining a reputation as a brilliant commander for training his men in guerrilla tactics and European shoulder-to-shoulder style of war, and in 1798 defeating the British with an army he helped to organize. After becoming ruler of Haiti, he even went so far to use his army to force the former plantation slaves to do plantation labor, later suppressing a rebellion led by Moors by demonstrating his militaristic ruthlessness with traitors. Toussaint had an immense influence on the liberation and history of Haiti, with his leadership and success in protecting his fellow Haitians from slipping back into the chains of slavery.
In a time when paintings containing realism were popular, Claude Monet incited the popularity of a completely different style, Impressionism. Impressionism was more focused on capturing light and form in fleeting moments. He was, of course, criticized initially. Impressionist was supposed to be a mocking term from his critics, though it was later proudly adopted as the name of the style. His paintings are still regarded as legendary today. His impact should be made aware of because he left a legacy that changed the course of art forever.